Music is a major part of the world around us. I mean, we listen to it when we drive to work, on our TV shows that we watch, and when we listen to music in our earphones. So, what makes music music? Well, it seems like a pretty complicated question, but I'm here to explain it to you today. And I personally don't see anybody better qualified to talk about it than myself. I've been playing music for a variety of years, for about 10, I'd have to say. And basically, the fundamentals of music are the same no matter where you go. So, if you're ready, let's jump right into it. I'd have to say the largest three things that make music what they are sound waves, hertz, and receptivity. So, let's talk about sound waves first. Sound waves are what carry the music into our ears. So, sound waves happen as a result of a vibration between like a source and particles in the air. So, this source causes like a vibration, and the vibration acts as a ripple effect, as I mentioned, bouncing from particle to particle to particle until it reaches our ears. So if you look at the diagram, you can like visualize it. This is where like an originating particle was vibrating. So then it bumped into another particle, which bumped into two particles, which bumped into two more particles, and basically the cycle continues. So, in terms of a musical instrument, imagine like a trumpet player with his trumpet. So, the part where he puts on his face, basically, he does a vibration into the mouthpiece, and what the horn does, it projects it outwards. So, according to NASA, sounds are longitudinal waves that travel through a means, whether it be air or water. So, typically, the way that we hear sound is through air, but like NASA said, it can travel through water as well. That's why when you're underwater or at like a party, or when you have a glass of water and there's sound going on, you see like little ripples. So air and water both act as a means that these waves can flow. This is important to know when looking at the fundamentals of music because it gives us a better understanding of why sound is created and how it travels. So next, let's jump into hertz. So what hertz is basically like a measure of a wave per second. So this distance here, the top down to this bottom area, back up to where it goes back, starts going back up, is basically measured as 1 hertz. So in music, basically, we define notes as A, B, C, D, E, F, G. If you want to look at it from a physics standpoint, it would be the amount of hertz that would happen in a second. So back to this diagram, if there are 10 hertz in 1 second, or 10 of these waves in 1 second, that'd be 10 hertz. If there would be 20 of these waves in 1 second, that would be 20 hertz. So each of these notes, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, has a specific amount of hertz and a specific amount of waves that occur. So if you want to take A, for example, it would be around 220 hertz. According to Berklee University of Music, the difference between each of these notes is about 50 hertz, give or take. This is key because when we look at notes all together, they combine to form what we hear. So certain measurements of hertz do correlate to these notes, but how does that make music? So that comes into the receptivity aspect. So basically, these vibrations that we hear are music, are notes. But when you combine them on a greater spectrum, that's when music is made. So typically when we listen to music, it sounds like the notes sound like they blend together, like they create like a sort of harmony or a sort of rhythm, like they sound good together. But this is created by an overlapping of the waves, and that's when the fundamentals come back into place. When you look at each wave or each amount of hertz, certain frequencies of hertz overlap with each other, thus making these notes sound good with each other. And they typically combine to form what music is. So, according to Soundco, the range that we can hear is approximately 20 hertz to 20,000 hertz, but in music, typically they fall well below this 20,000 range. You won't really hear them in that great sense, but it's still important to learn. So ultimately, that's why these three things, hertz, sound waves, and receptivity, are what make music what they are. Thank you for listening to me. I appreciate your time and have a good day. Thank you.